wanted to show you how I made these distress inks from recycled supplies. Since it's very budget friendly and easy to make, I think you should try it before actually buying the ink pads. So I'm just going to demonstrate you. This is the black one and this is the brown one, like black brown, not the red brown. So I will take a piece of something and just show you how I got this. Okay, this is a stamp and postage stamp thingy. So I like that I can actually hold in my hands. I can re-ink it whenever I want, and I can make edges like so. Sorry if my camera is shaking. I'm not sure if you can actually see, but I'll try to do my best so you can see the edges. Maybe I should put something white on the thingy, like so. This is just if you're using it with actual pad, the spongy pad. But you can also use something like this, the distress tool, if you want to. I actually made my own sponge for my distress tool. So I have like 4, and this one is for the black, and these 3 are new ones. So let me just change it so you can see actually. This one is really rough already. I mean rough, it's it has been through a lot. That's how I can say this. You might need to use your water bottle for everything here, so just to make your ink more moist. And let me try to transfer some ink on my thingy. Let me find a piece of paper because I have nothing here. Like, I literally put everything away for this video making because, you know, I wanted to have clean stuff. So I have something and I'm just going to add it like so. I kind of like it better with my ink pad, just going, because if I actually use this side, you can actually get those, let me focus here, you can actually get those thingies spiking out, which I don't like as much. But if I use it as this, it's fine. And if I use the ink pad, let me try this. It gives it more you know, organic look, or whatever, however should I say it. This is not, it's gonna stain, but it's not permanent, so you can still probably lift it up a little bit, but not much, because since it's down, it's not gonna move at all. So this video is probably not the best ever made video in the world, because I decided not to go over editing and whatnot. So this is how I'm gonna do my videos from now on, I guess. And if I do have the time and I don't know, I'm really bored, I might do more processed and more music, like nice looking videos. So back to my ink pads. So what you need to actually make these, I will add that if they dry out, there is no problem at all. You can moisten them with a little bit of water. You can use the solution of water and few drops of glycerin, like 1 to 3, I think it's enough for 50 ml. This bottle I think I got, I don't know, in some product that I reused, but you can buy them on eBay, on AliExpress for really cheap, and you get more than just one. So this ink pad actually has the plastic cover, and look, I have some sponges under here. These are original sponges that I bought with my Ranger blending tool, and they are good, but not for this ink, because the sponge is so dense that the ink is actually staying. It's not going in the sponge, but it's actually on the surface, and it's a mess. I couldn't do much with it at all. So I made my own sponges, and they are really working out. And I'm gonna show you that too when we finish making this ink pads. Okay, so as you see, you need some plastic cover to cover your ink pad, and if you can get something that you can actually hold really nice in your hand, that would be really good. This is from Quark something, from I don't even know how to say that, from a yogurt something way back when. And this is another thing, and I'm gonna try to make it in this one. I can hold this really nice in my hands. It has a lid, and it's a plastic, and I'm gonna put a plastic thingy over it, even though this is very flimsy, and I don't mind at all. Okay, so I did try the Distress Ranger rings. I'm not so happy with them, just because when I apply the ink with a blending tool, I have to go back to the ink every single time, because it dries out so quickly on the original sponges, and I don't like that, so I had to do something else. So okay, let's just go how we're gonna make the inks. What you need is something with a lid, something that you actually can hold in your hands, which is, you know, nice for your hands, and it doesn't, you know, make your hands go crampy. And then you need some sponge. Okay, I have 3 different thicknesses, like you can see. I got a sponge like this. It's 1 centimeter thick, in a mall. It's a food store where they actually package delicate seasonal fruits between the sponge, and I took them home, and I put them into a washer, so if any fungal stuff is in there, it's not gonna be anymore, and it's not gonna be you know, I'm not gonna have any problem with that. So the other thing you need is a fabritac or something like fabritac. I'm gonna use this one. Another thing you need is plastic bag for the cover. Like, I'm gonna use this. Watercolor tubes. So I was thinking maybe I should make another color that it's not brown, because I already have brown, and these are really old ones, like almost dried out, but I used some that I could squeeze out. You can actually open the tube, but be very careful and make yourself ink pads. Okay, so I will start just with this one, to have some blue. And what you need is to choose the sponge. You can get the sponge from the sofas and the seats, you know, those spongy seats that you can actually buy from a lot of things, basically. Let me see if this is gonna fit. Yeah, I think it's gonna be just fine. If this is too big of the pad, you can actually cut it down to half and have 2 different ones. But I think it's better if you cut them apart than to have it together, because they might run into each other, which is not so good. Except if you want to have an ombre effect, then you can do that, sure. But you have to re-ink them the same way. I'm gonna glue that onto a lid. Now what I'm gonna do is I have my thingy here to put, this is actually now a lid. I'm gonna take my water bottle and I'm gonna spritz, even though the glue is not dry yet, but I'm gonna just spritz it to demonstrate. You can wait a few minutes to dry, but I never did, so I'm not gonna do it right now. And I'm gonna put my color onto it. Squeezing a little bit out and just applying it up and down and left and right and everywhere. And I think I have enough already. I'm just going to clean the thingy. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the credit card and just try to, I don't even know how to say that, to put it more inside so it's not on the top but it's like in the middle of the pad. I will make my cover, so this helps to not dry out in, I don't know, a few minutes. My previous packaging had the thingy up here. They're not all the same, all the corners are not the same, so I have to always put my lid back on this corner. If not, it stays open. So just, you know, so that you know. And okay, let me put this on. And you can put basically these sponges here to store for your color if you want to. I'm just gonna put it on like so, and you have your ink pad and you can actually write on it. I should find something to show you how to edge it. I'll just use this, okay, because I have nothing else. So let me try it like so. Oh, it's really bright and really nice color. Sorry, I don't know if you can see. Okay, so I don't have my small block, acrylic block. I have these stamps that I want to try out how they work, so I might try this one. Let me see if we get, wow, we do get something, which is good. I was thinking yesterday if it's working for inking too, so I guess it works. It looks distressed though. I'll show you. Let me try something else. So another stamps that I have here are some strawberries. So let me try to see if how it's performing on the strawberry, because I can see that the ink actually transfers, or if I should call it ink. Wow, I really like that. Can you see that? Let me show you all three pieces of stuff. This is really intricate, like busy one, but looks a bit distressed. I might as well do with my archival ink just to compare. Yeah, I didn't press that good enough, but you can actually see that it works really good. It might have a tiny little bit of less detail, but like a tiny, you couldn't even say. I've seen a lot of people trying to make ink and ink pads with other stuff, but I think this is the best one that I came up with so far, because I used really small amount of the tube, and this is a new one and I squeezed just a little bit out Not even, you can't even see the dent that I made in the tube. So whatever you use for this, I recommend you to wet the pad. If you have it on a shelf for a long time, like, I don't know, a month or something. But if you're using it all the freaking time, then you don't need to just moisten every single time when you use it. And when you take up the ink from the actual pad, you can go a long way. Basically, it's for a lot of things. I'm gonna show you how to make this ink sponges. The pad, what you need is the same process that we did when we were making it. You wet the sponge, and then you press the tempera or tube watercolors onto actual surface, and you squeeze a little bit at the time while you're moving. It's the same process as you're making a new one. Probably takes you like 3 minutes to make one, or to re-ink it. But usually a lot of time is that the ink is dry and it doesn't pick up any pigment. So I will show you how I made the sponges for the Ranger tool or any other blending tool that you have that actually has this Velcro on it. I used bigger piece of felt. You can use whatever felt you have. You can probably use felt from clothing, like coats and stuff. If you have some, that's a really good way to reuse it. And what I did is I just used my waterproof glue, like fabritac, and a sponge. Okay, and you can, this is like really the thinnest sponge that I have. And since I have so much, I can make a lot of them if I want to. So I'm gonna quickly show you how I made these. I will take a measurement of my distress tool. Very dense foam doesn't work as good as a little less dense. So probably from the filters or from the packaging you can get similar foams as well. I think this one was from the packaging of some sort. I will put my template, and you can use this for the round ones as well, because I've seen that people were using a lot of round blending tools, so that's fine too. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply this sponge onto felt to re-ink. I recommend you put a lot of glue on the actual edges, a lot, like, you know, so the edges are really covered nicely. And usually I just I don't know if I even wait a few minutes or not, but I just put it on and go to town, start using it right away. So that's it. That's how you make the sponges. To make your own blending tools, I will make another video so you can actually check it out. But if you already have one, or if you want to make similar than this one, just use a block of wood or anything and staple the Velcro on, and just use a sponge like I showed you. And that's it. You don't need anything else. These sponges actually do work on the regular ink pads and distressing, so you can try them for that as well. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something and you're gonna try it out, and let me know how you went with the project. Please comment below. Thank you very much, and bye bye.